The season is over and Hyderabad FC have been crowned the champions of the Hero ISL 2021-22 season. And as I bring this final LFL show to you, I have a bit of melancholy in my mind. It's a bittersweet feeling because it's the last show of the regular season. But on the last show, the way we started the start of the season with Shaiju Damodaran, Pulasta Dhar and Kaushik Varun, we shall be ending it with Shaiju Damodaran, Pulasta Dhar and Kaushik Varun. Guys, it's just us. It was us at the beginning, it's us at the end, and we have everything in front of us to analyze about the final and just give a general review of how the season went. But before we get into that, about the final, I want to come to you first, Shaiju Chetan, and let's get straight into it, all right, without wasting any more time. The final was one of the most epic finals we've seen in Hero ISL history. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, yes. The great finals I have ever seen.
So let's have visuals of how that game went. In Shaiju Chetan, I want you to kind of give your own wrap of how the final went according to you. How did you see the game playing out?
See, the visual which we already see was that shot from Alvaro Vasquez, which hit the crossbar. It's actually an unfortunate moment in the first half itself. This Rahul KP shot, even though it was not that, it hasn't that power, but it was actually a goalkeeping lapse from Katimani. But look at this save, that free kick from Ogbeche, great save from Gill again, which ended up in the Golden Glove. But this goal, this made the whole difference. See, it happened in the 88th minute. See, up to then, we were all dreaming about only 2 minutes to go. KBFC are going to crown for the first time Hero ISL. But what happened in the penalty shootout? Brilliant comeback. See, here at the very same ground, couple of seasons before, this same Kattimani in the final against Chennai FC for FC Goa, he was the villain. Then suddenly here, at the same venue, he turned as a hero. So villain to hero, it was actually Kattimani's final, according to me.
Kattimani's redemption arc. Pulasta, if I can get a word in there, Kattimani's redemption arc has been so fulfilling because he was a keeper who had the tendency of making a few clangers in the past. In fact, he made a mistake in the final as well. But if there's one way to redeem yourself, that is the only way to redeem yourself. And he did it well in the penalty shootout, didn't he?
It is actually a redemption, like you said.
Right. Varun, was the result fair according to you? Because the game for large parts of the 90 minutes and the 120 minutes could have swung either way. But was it a fair result at the end of the day, decided on penalties?
If you ask me, after seeing the first 45 minutes, I thought the Yellow Army is going to win it. But after that, I think the result was fair if you look at the whole process. Since the last year, Hyderabad FC has been outstanding. The whole process, giving the Indian contingent a good chance, a nice platform. Manuel Marcus Roca, leading the team and, being outstanding, working and the relationship with the players and, outstanding superheroes in the team. And Kerala Blasters, they had a lovely chance because I thought it was like a home ground for them. So many fans shouting for the Kerala Blasters, but they tried to blast it. They had a couple of moments, some chances, but it was Hyderabad FC's day. And I think they are deserving champions and outstanding, 10th and then 5th and then making it to the finals and then the champions. What a win for them. Hyderabad FC, congratulations. Deserving champions of the Hero Indian Super League 21-22.
Yeah, and they're a team who are in high demand right now. Of course, they're back in Hyderabad and they have a lot of functions to attend, a lot of dignitaries to meet. And it's good to see that a team is being facilitated the way it is by just the local people involved and even heads of state. In fact, they have a lot of official meetings going on. So it is a big deal for Hyderabad FC, as it would have been a really, really big deal for Kerala Blasters FC in the entirety of the state of Kerala as well, had Kerala won. But Pulast, according to you, I know you were watching the game from a cozy bar in Goa somewhere, but you'd want to be in the stands, but that's the next best alternative, I feel, as well. According to you and according to how you think the game went, which were the other crucial moments which kind of decided the tie swinging in one way or the other, according to you?
I think the missed chances were obviously very crucial in the way that Kerala Blasters could not capitalize on them. But I was actually, when Shaiju was talking about it, I was just butting in because I wanted to ask him whether it was a fair result or not. Given that, I think it was because just through the course of the season, Hyderabad coming second, and then, that fight back. And I think Manolo Marquez, and Varun mentioned it very well, 10th, 5th, and then, title. even though there was a little bit of heartache for the fans involved in the sense of Kerala Blasters missing out, I also think one of the crucial points was whether this team is slightly too early, just a tad too early in terms of just managing that last 5 minutes. And I think Hyderabad just over the course of having this whole comeback attitude, it showed. And some crucial moments, obviously the missed chances, but Kerala Blasters should learn from it and tell themselves that I think when it comes to a final, it's very ruthless. It is football can be very unforgiving in a way. And this is a first taster for this group of Kerala Blasters players. If next season happens, obviously we hope it happens in front of the fans, which is what is more likely. That'll be a big turning point. These players playing in Kochi as a group is going to be absolutely massive. It could just be the future crucial point. Just if I can say that, Suyash.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, till that Sahil Tavora goal went in the 87th minute, and I had a great angle of it as well. I was shooting from behind the LED posts, behind the goal post, and he just had one thought in his mind. He decided to shoot very early, which is good because you have clarity in your mind and you've decided very, very early that this is what I'm going to do. So there's no ambiguity in executing that action. But after that, just in terms of mental toughness, do you think Kerala Blasters may have lacked that after Tavora goal, Shaiju? Because they almost seem to be very, very deflated after that Tavora goal went in.
Can you repeat the question? Because some disturbance I am.
That's all right. So when the Tavora goal went in, do you feel that Kerala Blasters, their shoulders just dropped? There was a bit of deflation that happened within the team. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. See, you just take a rewind of the visuals, final visuals. Even that match ended in a 1-1 draw, full time whistle, 1-1 draw. You just rewind the visuals of Ivan Vukomanovic. He was sitting idle, and he was not moving. And for the penalty also, he was just sitting there. I think from the extra time onwards, he was anticipating this kind of negative results because when a match like final, a crunch match like final goes into the extra time, a lot of things matters. It's not about the strategy; it's about the fitness. So the main factor in the extra time was the fitness factor between the Kerala Blasters and only one visual can answer this. See, Akash Misra was running like anything on the 115th minute, and Ormi Palm is just managing to tackle him. So that was clear. That was very evident, the fitness difference. So when Sahil Tavora's goal went in, at that moment, like you said, Kerala Blasters smelled something wrong.
Right. Well, I mean, we could go on and reflect more and more about the final, but at large, let's also reflect on how the season's gone. There were high points, there were low points, and it was the second season running that happened within a bio bubble. There were of course issues that were faced in the middle, and there was a scenario of outbreaks in various teams, but the league did come through it, and we eventually reached a final where we had fans. So that was a happy conclusion to what was a challenging season, but it was a season that promised a lot as well, and it delivered at the same time. So now I know I've prepared all of you from beforehand, and you've also been prepared with your respective teams of the seasons and your respective goals of the season. So Varun, why don't we go with you first, right? What was your save of the season this season?
Well, it's going to be Prabhsukan Gill, with that double save. So Prabh Superman Gill for me.
So let's take a look at that Prabhsukan save, and then once we're back from that, I'm going to ask you exactly why you feel that save was so important. But take a look at this first.
To run with the ball, Yazir, who will be one of the players that's going off in a moment, as is this man, Rohit Danu, nicely taken down. Canberra went to ground early. It's Rohit Danu, brilliant save. I bet you, brilliant save again. Wonderful goalkeeping by Prabhsukan Gill, and that's why he's holding the Golden Glove at the moment. Two wonderful saves, and Hyderabad really should be 2 up.
Oh, we're out of our seats here in the commentary box, applauding this effort from Gill. It's a really heavy touch there, but Danu somehow gets the opportunity to have a second crack at it. That's an amazing save there, and that one's even better. Talk about saves of the season. That has to be up there. That is unbelievable with his left hand, and to get back up and flick it up over the crossbar.
Right. So Varun, we're just going to play that goal right back again. And why don't you let us know, why did you feel that save was the save of the season?
I think, both the shots were brilliant. The defense went a little haywire. The sliding challenge went wrong. And then the shot was really powerful. He saved it. And then he came back on his toes again and he saved the other one, the Ogbeche one. So it was also a powerful one. Point blank range. Only the open net was there waiting. And Ogbeche also couldn't believe that it has been saved. And, these kind of saves, as in back-to-back saves, goalkeepers do practice on the practice pitches. They keep themselves ready for these kind of back-to-back shots coming at them and to be ready for it, but actually executing it on the match day itself, in front of the opponents, the referees out there, and he did it inside the box, 2 back-to-back shots with power on target, and Prabhsukhan Gill got back on his feet right on time, saved the next one. So I think that's the reason I will call this one as a save of the season.
Yeah, well, a double save is always hard to execute, but I'm going to go to Shaiju Chetan next because his choice is a bit more left field than yours, Varun. Shaiju Chetan, what according to you was the save of the season?
According to me, the save of the season is not from a goalkeeper. See, save means a save. See,
Of course, yes.
or a defender or any of the players. So for me, the second leg of the first semi-final, Kerala Blasters versus Jamshedpur. When the match was 1-1 draw, that goal line save made by Jorge Pereira Diaz on a free kick. See,
So
we all know.
let's take a look at it first. Let's take a look at the save first, and then we'll play it back for you again, like we did for Varun. But let's take a look at the save.
Here comes Greg Stewart, pushed away by Gill, nobody following in. Eventually there was a touch, and it was Pereira Diaz on the line that hammered the ball away to safety.
Well, Stewart puts it on target and Gill opts to punch again. He was very lucky that his teammate Diaz went all the way back to the line to defend just in case, because that would have gone into the back of the net. That's experience shown by Pereira Diaz there, just to clear his line.
Shaiju sir, now your turn. Just talk us through this save once again. We'll play the visuals back for you again. But why was this, according to you, the save of the season?
Yeah, see, just before Greg Stewart taking that free kick, you watch the kind of run Pereira Diaz making towards the goal. See, he was very clever because he anticipated this is going to happen. Greg Stewart ka free kick, first Gill saved that, but the rebound for the second ball, there is three Jamshedpur players. Anybody can score, but only Pereira Diaz was there, anticipated it well. Goalkeeper beaten ho gaya, and Pereira was cleared. He was able to clear that ball. Otherwise, it could have been 2-1 in favor of Jamshedpur. Already we saw the result of the penalty shootout which Kerala Blasters faced in the final.
I like how you've gone for a slightly hatke moment. That's in keeping with you in general, Shaiju Chetan, and your entire personality. So well done. I like what you did over there. Pulast, what about you now? Your save of the season, what was it? Well, I'll save you by telling you that you're on mute right now.
Pardon me. Yes. I think you should play the visuals so that, and then we can talk about it.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Comes when you sign for ATK Mohambegan. Liston. And still Liston. Liston Colasso. Oh, what a block in the end. Wanan and Kattimani. Nim getting caught there by not dealing with it. Liston just runs straight at the heart of the defence, and there you can see Wanan getting just a big toe on it. Katamani reacting brilliantly to keep that out. See Wanan there just saying to Sana, go and close that space.
All right, then let's play those back and pull us over to you again.
Yeah. I think for me, the tide was very much in favor of ATK Mohun Bagan at this point. Half an hour gone, and the way they were creating chances. But this here, that first block, and then Kattimani saving with his foot. I know it's not. I personally think Prabhsukhan's with the two hands, the double save was fantastic. But this here was so important in the sense that there's the first one, and then Kattimani just, kind of looking at that deflection. It was very difficult, but we heard the sounds in the stadium of the first block and the second block and how quickly it happened. With Liston, that he's very, very lethal. If that goal would have gone in, and I dare say that ATK Mohun Bagan would have come into that semi-final again. No doubt about that, because the way the game was going then. So for me, that little double save is these little touches that I think sometimes make such a massive difference. So I think I was toying with a lot of other, palmed over the bar kind of saves and Prabsukans, but this for me stays because it's a fantastic block. It's a defender, a centre back, and a goalkeeper combining. For me, that just sums up Hyderabad's kind of spine with Katimani, Wanan, Joao, and Okbeche, and two of those have been involved in a very, very crucial moment.
Yeah, I love how most of the picks that we've had so far have been from the games that were played during the playoffs, and all of these choices are events that basically then eventually led to the tide of the game being changed. So more than just the skill level involved behind these saves, it's also the context of when these were made and what was at stake and what then happened after that. So yes, that's thanks for bringing that up, Pulast, and thanks for making us reflect on yet again what was another very, very good save. Varun, from saves, let's come to the goals, because we all love seeing the goals fly, and we've seen a lot of goals fly in this season. What was your goal of the season?
Vasquez from his own half. And Pulast.
No way!
No way!
Okay, let's have it then. Let's have the no way, and then we'll come back to you, Varun.
Man advantage count. Not like that though. Vasquez goes for it. Oh, no way! No way! No way! Alvaro Vasquez has scored the goal of the season. Astronomical attempt from a man who has tried it again and again. And that is a goal you have to kneel down and say forever and after.
What did I tell you? 10 minutes ago, he picked the ball up and had a glance, but decided not to strike it. This time, he sees Subasic right off his line. And you are right. He's not done it once, he's not done it twice, he's done it half a dozen times, this boy has. It's not the greatest strike in the world either, because he's taken a bounce on the way into the net. But he joins that elite club here in Hero Indian Super League of Criliaro, and now it's that man, Vasquez. Take a bow, son. What a strike!
Astonishing stuff from Alvaro Vasquez, and this will be remembered for a long, long time.
So now that Pulast has already called it the goal of the season on his commentary, it's safe to assume that I don't need to come to him to pick his.
But I'm actually wanted to say it, that I should put my hands up and say that I shouldn't have kind of done that. I wanted to say it's probably the goal of the season, because but just getting caught up in that moment and calling it that.
It's hard to.
But I did kind of reflect and say that never again, if there's going to be a goal like that, am I going to outright call it a goal of the season. But thanks, Kaushik, for justifying that line.
Varun, then let's play it back once more. And why, according to you, was this the goal of the season?
Looking at the situation, Kerala Blasters 1-0 up and they're one man down, and 80 minutes up, they could have wasted some time, but brilliant interception. And after that, no one could have thought, Vasquez will go for the target and hitting it on target. And Subasic, I think, is one of the best goalkeepers we have seen in recent history of Indian football. And he has that experience, but still that drop in front of him and putting it on target. And outstanding, like 2-0 Kerala Blasters killing it in that match with this goal. It was a good chance for the Highlanders to come back fighting, with the Yellow Army, who were one man down. But Vasquez, what a strike. These are the kind of goals, excites the spectators in the ground, the team, the members, the support staff and everyone, coming from a long distance. An easy interception for him, and then Vasquez going for it. He sees the target, one bounce and back of the net, and, the whole crowd goes crazy, we go crazy. And these are the, the goals, maybe, it's not a lot of, swing or power and all that, but putting it in the back of the net from his own half, it is really exciting to see. And Vasquez being Vasquez, what a strike. Super brilliant. I just love this goal. And I can just go on seeing the visuals forever.
Yeah, imagine if Vasquez had scored that goal which skimmed the crossbar in the final. That would have been the goal that opened the scoring, and that would have been some goal. Maybe I would have put you on the spot then and contested you on the fact that maybe this wasn't the goal of the season. Maybe that would have been the goal of the season. But, it's gone into that category of all-time greatest goals that could have been, and there's a fair few in the Hero ISL. We'll do a compilation of that one day. But Shaiju Chetan, now coming to you, your goal of the season.
One thing to add to Varun. But Varun, that was you said it's an unexpected goal. But for me, it was not an unexpected goal, because before that match, in the couple of matches earlier, Alvaro was actually looking for the exact situation to score a goal like this. So he tried it against Mumbai City FC 2 times.
Right.
For me, it was not unexpected. It of course, I agree with you. It is one of the brilliant goals of the season, no doubt. But my goal again. See, while choosing a save, while choosing a moment, while choosing a great goal, I rather put forward to the point that the moment is the importance. Apart from the
situation,
apart from the skill, apart from the everything, the situation matters more. Which I believe in football, which can turn around the game. See that 88th minute equalizer from Sahil Tawara in the great final of the Hero Indian Super League this season, which turn around all the fortunes of KBFC. Actually, who was ready to receive that trophy.
Right.
2 minutes away, Sahil Tawara, and not letting down the skill which he showed. Sahil Tawara striking a volley outside the box, a full volley with his right foot, and it should have been a lot of control. And going into the top right corner, brilliant goal. And moreover, the situation was brilliant. 88th minute, and ultimate result, match went into the extra time, the tiebreaker. Hyderabad FC was the champions.
Well, let's take a look at the goal then. You've described it very well. Let's see if the goal itself matches up with the description.
To rely, they'll be looking though for Severio. João Victor's in there as well. Leskovic away once more. Driven back in again! Sahil Tavora, what a strike! And this season of stunning goals continues to amaze us. And with Kerala edging closer to the title, Savora has come up with another stunning goal of the season candidate. Just a third Hero ISL goal, and what a time to score it.
What a time indeed. Just 2 minutes left at the 90. But what an absolute stunner. Leskovic deals with the ball. There's no one near Tavora. And he just smashes it back across the face of Gill. The ball's on the down. It's just bounced right for him, hasn't it? And you look at this technique. Tavora's son, what a hit. What a strike. Wow. What a grandstand finish.
Yeah. We've spoken about it already, Shaiju Chetan, but I want to play the goal back once again and ask you, look, coaches always then go back to the drawing board and try to figure out if their team could have done anything to avoid a particular goal. When Vukomanovic would have analyzed this game after the final, do you think he would have reflected on this as an avoidable goal? Maybe someone not marking Tavora, or would that be clutching at straws, or will that be something that you can't account for?
It was a key point, not about this goal. Entire match, Hyderabad FC was winning the second balls more. FC was the team who gained the second ball. So if somebody is clearing a free kick, it is the prime responsibility of the defending team to clear the ball away. See, every Kerala Blasters players are inside the penalty box, and Sahil Tavora, unmarked, he is letting him free. And so see the technique, and see, while looking at the goal, looking at the shot, see the technique Sahil Tavora used. No chance for the goalkeeper. And such a brilliant strike, and what a time, like the commentator said, 88 minutes. So according to me, this is the goal of the season. This has brought the ISL trophy to Hyderabad actually.
Yeah, of course, hard to disagree with that. Completely hard to disagree with that. And we now move on to Pulas. Hit me, come on, your goal of the season.
Well, I think there were lots of options. And when I saw, what played on my mind was when I saw Shaiju's and Varun's goal of the season, and I said to myself that I was initially going to pick Greg Stewart, but then you're going to come to the best player later on. And I just had to mention Adrian Luna somewhere among, the questions that you asked me in terms of the best save, goal, or the player. Because not having Adrian Luna, would
Which
be
Luna goal, which Luna goal that
yeah.
was? Let's
But
take a look at that
I was
first.
so confused. I was so confused. So you can play it right now, and
Yeah,
this is the one that I really like.
yeah.
So Luna with a free kick. Oh! He's an archaeologist of space and ideas, Adrian Luna. And he's dug out another precious goal for Kerala Blasters. What a player.
He's got the temperament, he's got the technique, he applied everything, and sometimes you just need a little bit of luck for that magic. And I think as he struck it, he's taken a deflection, a wicked deflection. But who dares wins, I think. He deserves that. It's gone with, has he gone, Vishal Kate? It's just wrong-footed, couldn't get across, couldn't get his left hand up, went with the top hand. But this is exactly what he would have wanted. 3 goals, take your 2 strikers off. 3 goals and 3 points tonight.
An archaeologist of space and ideas. Where did you pull that one out from? That's a great line, by the way.
Luna eclipse.
Yeah, let's play it back.
Thank you.
Let's have you talk over it.
Yeah. I think one of the other reasons I picked it is I also had a discussion with Pradyum Reddy afterwards, and to kind of to kind of make somebody as keen-eyed, as sharp-eyed as you must know, Suyash, as Prad, and to think that was a deflection is a part of the expertise. If you look at the replay, look at Vishal Kaith in that goal, how he's running towards the ball, and suddenly the ball out of nowhere, it's like he's just sitting there with strings, like a puppet master with controlling the ball. If you see Vishal Kaith running towards the goal and then suddenly it's turned like a foot and a half away from him, it's just the goalkeeper can't do anything. He's already on his way to the other side. There's no time to come back. And also partly because I think I respect Pradyum Reddy a lot, and for him to think it was a deflection and then go back, he said, I went back and checked and it didn't look like a deflection. I think for me, that was such a moment of, kind of acknowledging a lot of, giving a lot of respect to Luna, saying that, wow, the man can maneuver the ball. I've not seen anyone do this in the Hero ISL. The way he's mastered this ball is just phenomenal, and it had to be there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something that we never thought would be a discussion point until there came along one player who has scored, I'm not saying a similar goal, but a goal using, I mean, it involves the same sort of aerodynamics of the ball. And
Yes,
you see it once,
yes.
twice, thrice, 4 times, then suddenly you're like, hang on, he's actually mastered the art of hitting this ball
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's
great,
like
great,
Diego
great.
Forlan, I think, at one of the World Cups. I can't remember which World Cup. Was it 2010 or 2014? And Diego Forlan had mastered, I think it was probably South Africa.
Yeah.
Probably South Africa, yeah. He was doing this throughout the World Cup.
Yeah.
And this is what Luna has done.
was moving it up.
Yes, the Jabulani was moving and Diego Forlan was like just controlling things. Yeah, it just reminds me of that.
He might have got some tips from Diego Forlan regarding this because he's from the same country, Uruguay.
Yeah. Good point.
Yes, who knows? A few text messages being exchanged.
Yeah, maybe. Well, okay. So that's the saves, that's the goals. But now, your players of the season, gentlemen. I know that Pulasta and Kaushik will do a virtual handshake and agree upon the fact of who their player of the season is. So, would you like to give it to me? Varun or Pulas? Maybe Pulas can take the first name and Varun can take the second name.
Greg.
First name?
The great steward.
Oh, okay, fine, Varun. Just taking it over all it. I thought we'd do like a Greg Stewart kind of, like a Laurel and Hardy sort of situation, but that's okay. Greg Stewart has been phenomenal this season. Absolutely one of the finds and signings of the Hero ISL this season. Won the title with Rangers and then comes to India and then just absolutely uproots the league. So here are some of Greg Stewart's best moments this season. Take a look.
Stewart's delivery is a sweet one, and he's finally done it.
across now. Greg Stewart, nice ball over the top. Three! Oh, what a finish! And Jamshedpur are back in France.
He's Canapano, though, he might go for goal himself. Oh, golazo indeed!
Well, what a strike there. Brilliant, brilliant from Stewart.
He seemed to glide across the pitch, didn't he?
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. But Varun, why don't you take over the superlatives?
No, actually, I was wondering, you showed the best moments. You didn't show that moment where he was with us on Let's Football Live.
I think that's the point from where his season just got added fuel and ammunition, after that appearance. Yeah, we'd like to think so. But according to me, there was not just Stewart who stood out, and it's a very, very tough ask of you guys as well to pick one player, which is why I like Pulasta, the fact that for your goal of the season you went with Luna, and for your player of the season you went with Greg Stewart. But Shaiju Chetan, I know you have a different arrangement and a different player of the season, so why don't you let us know who that is?
Same. You already said it. See, if I could not mention Luna here in the LFL final show, it will be the most. I cannot justify myself, because the kind of performance which Adrian Luna showcased for KBFC this season was simply magnificent and memorable. He was the man. He was the backbone of entire KBFC contingent for all those great wins and memorable results which KBFC got against we saw the free kick goal against Chennai and another one against FC Goa. He was again a great free kick goal, and a couple of other goals like with the same caliber. So for me, my player of the season, Adrian Luna, with those memorable 6 goals and 7 assists and numerous moments which he created on the ground throughout the season. Adrian Luna.
Well, let's take a look at those numerous moments then by Adrian Luna.
Luna goes for it. Oh, but what an attempt from Adrian Luna once again.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
So Luna takes, and Luna finds the back of the net. Hit with the accuracy of a satellite beam. And Kerala's satellite is Adrian Luna. 1-0 in the opening few minutes.
Vasquez in there. Cover at the back. He has only goals! Off the inside of the post, Tipi Rahenish was beaten. And there's that dip on the ball again from Luna. To Adrian Luna, this is his sort of range. Twisting and turning, went for the cover! Brilliant finish again by Adrian Luna. But we're so used to seeing those dipping balls over the goalkeeper.
Well, that's Luna for you, and Luna doing Luna things as he did throughout the season. But gentlemen, now comes the part of the show which I have been looking forward to the most. I've been thinking about
me too.
Last night and the entire morning, and we have exactly 8 minutes to wrap this up. So this is a bit of a challenge for you guys as well. Whether how quickly you can get all your key points in. We're going to have your respective teams of the seasons. What we'll do is we'll have the graphic of your respective teams on the screen for 1 minute. And just take us through the formation and why you've selected the players that you have. And if any of you then have a point to make about each other's teams, you'll have 30 seconds to do that. And it's going to be fun. So first up, let's have Shaiju Chetan's team of the season on the screen. Shaiju Chetan, over to you.
So my team, I selected, as always, Prabsukan Gill, the Golden Glove winner, KBFC. 2 centre backs for me. One, Peter Hartley. He is the rock solid presence. He was a rock solid presence for Jamshedpur and League Shield winning captain also. So I selected him as one of my centre backs. And Hormipam Ruiva, great season as a youngster, as a debutant, great season, and he will be joining Peter Hartley in the centre back. So Roshan Singh Nayaram, the emerging player of the season. Also, how can I omit Roshan in the right back? So Roshan Singh from Bengaluru. Then Akash Misra, I always love him playing on the ground. Akash Misra, an untiring fellow, energetic fellow, youngster. So he will be my left back. So my 4 midfielders, centre back, Greg Stewart and Sahil Abdul Samad. Sahil 6 goals, great season. And Greg Stewart, the player of the biggest, 10 goals and 10 assists. No words to describe Greg Stewart. So I need him in the central midfield to create things for me. Adrian Luna, my player of the season. So he will be taking those set pieces with sharing with Greg Stewart, and he will be there in the left, and Manveer Singh will run through the right and providing that winger come finisher role. And for me, two strikers, Bartholomew Ogbeche, 18 goals, Golden Boot winner. And how can I omit Liston Colazo? Great Indian player, the top scoring Indian of the season. So this is my team, 4-4-2, and my coach obviously, Ivan Vukumanoj, will be there outside the ground, in the dugout to coach, to lead this team to victory. 4-4-2, Ivan the coach.
All right, Varun, 30 seconds. How did you see that team stack up?
Well, my formation is 4-4-1-1, Prabhsop and Gill, the last line of defense. I have not kept Nauram Roshan Singh, but he's going to be my plan B. He's going to be in the bench. I had a tough one, omitting him out. But Ashish, Hormipam, Peter, leading the squad in the defense. Akash Mishra with him on his left. Manveer and Liston, the two wings. For my team, Ampuja and Adrian Luna, I expect a lot of good combination from them. And Luna, I think, is a free player, can play at that position. And the great Stewart, making that creativity even more richer, supplying balls to Ogbeche. And it's going to be Owen Coyle as my coach, because he has this superb relationship with the players, and he brings out the best from them, like he has done this season with Boris, Komal Thatal, and also a bit with Daniel Kimachuku. So yes, it's going to be 4-4-1-1, Owen Coyle the coach, and I'll be the referee. Suyash will be the match commissioner. Pulasta, sorry I'm missing out on you and the team, but you're going to be my physio, and Shaiju Chettin in the commentary box.
What a lineup. Pulast, any comments about Varun's formation? Do you think Greg Stewart behind Bart Ogbeche would make for a potent attacking lineup?
Perfect. I think he's gone for Ashish Rai. I would have probably had someone else, and I think both have gone for Manveer. So if I can take 15 seconds for Shaiju's team as well, I think the lack of a defensive midfielder is what kind of makes it slightly porous. I don't know whether Sahal and Sahal and Luna can kind of track back. So I would have probably expected Shaiju to take Sahal down the right, drop Manveer, and have a slightly defensive midfielder, slightly defense-minded screen in front of the back four. So I was surprised when he went for Sahal in the middle of the park. I know that's the dream of every Kerala Blasters fan, to see him through the middle of the park. But I think it leaves
through the formation. Because anything goes, right? It's a team that you're free hand in doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at your team then and see how you have
of course
put the pieces of the puzzle together.
So I've gone for a 4-2-3-1. I was kind of toying with the 4-4-1-1 as well. But see, for me, I think the one curveball that people will see is Nikhil Pujari at right back. But I firmly, honestly agree with Sujay Sharma, who's part of Hyderabad, of course, that Nikhil Pujari for me is the most improved Indian player this season. I don't see any doubt. Right back, right wing, left back. You have to have a player who's as versatile as him. The tough decision was dropping Akash, but I think just Roshan's delivery and it just makes him stay there. Putia and Joao Victor, I have gone for a lot of energy and experience in the middle of the park. I think Joao is immense in the way he's contributed to Hyderabad's season. I've gone Liston, Greg, and Adrian Luna and Ogbeche, but an all-Indian backline. I think this season we've seen a few emerging players in the backline with the new 4-4 rule that has, played the manager's hands and, playing the likes of Sana and Hormipam. Coach is going to be Manolo Marquez, title winner. Next season, if Vukomanovic does as well, then if you ask me next season, it's going to be Vukomanovic as my coach, but Manolo Marquez for winning the title.
Well, lovely. Shaijitan, any thoughts on that lineup by Pulast?
He has his own points, but only in the case of Nikhil Pujari. But it's everybody's freedom to choose their own team now. But I could have gone for anybody else, because Roshan was Roshan ko right mein dal ke. He could have easily gone for Akash also. Like he was he already told that he is very disappointed dropping Akash. He's already told.
Yeah.
I'm surprised though. None of us picked Hermanjot Khabra. So there has to be a special mention, because he's been fantastic at right back and a great leader. It did consider, but Nikhil Pujari's early diagonals just did it for me.
Do you think Kabra still has it in him to play centre mid like he used to do a few years back as well? Do you think he still has that game sense?
There was that, but I think him being at the back just kind of adds a lot of solidity and a lot of composure in the back line. He keeps it simple. He won't try anything silly. He tries not to give the ball away. He will clear his lines very easily. He'll occasionally do the typical Hermanjot Kabra bullying of the left winger of the opposition.
Love that.
And just rattles him at the start. So Kabra, Pujari, I think Kabra also special mention because we've all missed out on him.
Yes, Shaiju Chetan, last 30 seconds.
Yes, and I do agree that my team has a kami of this defensive midfielders. But just travel back a little bit. In the 70s and 60s, when footballs, actually the defensive midfielders concept is actually modern day football. This is defensive midfielders. See, take the results of the all-time results, 60s and 70s. The team defeated another team 8 to 7 goals, 10 to 11 goals. So I need that much goals and that kind of a result.
Noted, Shaiju Chetan. Okay, wow, time has really flown by, and we've been at this for about 40 minutes already, and it's just testament to the fact that how easy it is when we get together and discuss the league that we all love to follow. Guys, I've said this previously on a few episodes as well. It's been a great season with you. It's been fun. It's also been serious. We've all kind of diversified and done a lot of stuff. We've done the light stuff, but we've also had some great analysis on this show. We had players, we had coaches, and then we had technical directors joining the show. And I can only say thank you for your participation the entire season. And thank you for doing this. We shall now look forward to next season with bated breath. And now I'm gonna do Shaiju Chetan before you come in. I'm going to do what I love doing, right? Which is put Varun on the spot and ask him to deliver the season wrap, because we're going to go into an AV, which is going to kind of show us the best moments of this season. So maybe Shaiju Chetan, before Varun does that, you would want to get a word in. Why don't you go first? Go for it, Shaiju Chetan. You had a point to make before we left.
The conclusive remark from my side for the entire season, it is still there. Like the Mount Everest, it is still there. We are here and it is still there.
Right. Noted ahead of next season. I'm sure everyone listening to you would know exactly what you mean by that. But Varun, yes, over to you now. Stage is yours.
All right, in the spot right now, but it has been a wonderful season on the field of play, off the field of play. Less Football Live has been amazing, and I've made such a wonderful family out here in Less Football Live. Hope you all enjoyed the social media shows. Suyash, Shaiju, Pulasta, you all have been outstanding. The players too, and the superb season comes to an end. Hero Indian Super League season 21-22, Hyderabad FC, the champions, Babla Kerala Blasters. But hope and looking forward to a good season there next time, and it's a wrap up for us tonight.
And that's a wrap. Thank you, gentlemen. Until next season. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 2021-22 season of the Hero Indian Super League.
Someone turn the lights on when the music stops.
Players look sharp in warm-up before the game.
Carousel spinning, I don't wanna get off. Moving through the night like a speeding car. Shining so bright, we outnumber the stars.
Play, fight, score.
'Cause all we really need.
It's a wonder start here for 18K Damodaran. He has stood up tall tonight.
That is pure class. Hamilton is making him wait for the record.
Life ain't so sweet for SC's Bengal at the moment.
That is a glorious goal.
Vicious 6, SC's Bengal 4.
It's 3, it's 4, it's 5.
Hyderabad are rising. The Deccan dream is slowly turning into reality.
Moving through the night like a speeding car.
Will Clayton Silva say, I'm stepping up on penalty duties?
Can he win it?
So bright, we outnumber the stars.
the special Juan. It's tempted. Golasso goes for a goal! Oh my word! Oh my word!
They are hopeful, they are hostile, but ever ready. Vasquez goes for it! Oh, no way!
The whole fortunes of Kerala Blasters change.
Ranadi Singh has promised that SC East Bengal will fight.
Hyderabad have stamped their authority. Top of the table beckons for Jamshedpur as well. And Kochi rises together.
Place in the semi-finals for the second consecutive season.
Jamshedpur are the Hero ISL Shield winners. Welcome then to the Hero ISL semi-final.
The Kerala Blasters are into their third Hero ISL final.
And Hyderabad prevail.
So close, but so far.
And they write a new chapter for the history books. You keep this page folded so that you can read it again and again and again.